Hello everybody, this is Llodg, and today I want to talk about how I am optimistically excited for the new Star Fox game, which is titled just Star Fox. Now, I haven't played too many Star Fox games, but I do love the series. Star Fox 64 on the 3DS is genuinely one of my favorite games ever. I actually recently replayed it when the Mario movie was coming out, and it just cemented how much I like that game. I think the gameplay is fun, I think the characters are great, I like how replayable it is, so to get another Star Fox game should make me really excited. And I am really excited that we are getting another game. However, it seems like it's another Star Fox 64, which isn't the best, I think. The last Star Fox game we got was Star Fox Zero, which came out like 10 years ago, and I genuinely struggled to like that game. And I feel like my struggles are mostly with the controls. I don't know why those controls just never stuck with me. I've heard so many people say, hey, after the first few levels, you'll get used to the controls and then the game will be great. I played through that whole game and then the controls just never jived with me, to where I was at the final boss and I had to stop the game because I just couldn't get used to the controls. It made so many levels take so much longer than they should have. So yeah, I don't like Star Fox Zero, even though I think that has some really good ideas and I think it looks beautiful. Star Fox Zero is not my favorite Star Fox game. So to get a more traditional Star Fox game should be really exciting, except this one is another remake of 64, where we're going through the same stuff. In Star Fox Zero, while it did have some differences, a lot of people did think it was very similar to Star Fox 64, which I get. But this new Star Fox game, I believe, is genuinely just like a remake with some other stuff added, which we've seen that just so many times. 15 years ago, we had Star Fox 64 on the 3DS. That was legitimately a remake. That is like my biggest issue with the game. But I like Star Fox 64, so I'm not too heartbroken about it, because playing it where it looks pretty nice and hopefully plays well will be fun. I kind of wish that the game was a little bit faster. Weirdly enough, seeing the direct of it just makes it look a little slow. But genuinely, that's not the biggest issue in the world. I just wish it was a little bit faster. And still coming back to this remake, I just wish that the game, while having the same structure as 64, just did some stuff different. We don't have to go through the same planets, we don't have to hear the same story again. Genuinely, they could have made the same game, but just have different planets, different locations, different ways to go through the route. And I think it's the biggest fault of this remake, is just having it be too similar. Star Fox can be this really open world in terms of how many worlds you're going to, how you're going to get there, but doing the same structure where if you save Falco and then go through the rings, you're able to go through a waterfall, we don't need that again. So I think it could have been cool to have it go through different locations while still being an on-rail shooter. Maybe if this game does really well, we'll get a Star Fox 2 and it'll be good. Though I think we could have gotten a Star Fox 2 remake that could have been pretty cool. Star Fox 2, I think, is okay. It's definitely held back by the SNES, and getting a full remake of that could have been really cool, adding some more stuff, making it a little bit different and more fun to play, but no. And my second biggest complaint about this is I don't really love how the characters look, and I've taken a week to make this video to see if my thoughts have changed. And I do think that they have changed a little bit to where I am liking some of the character designs more and more as I look at them. But I just love the character designs in Star Fox Zero. I think that was the perfect blend of seeing these characters in HD, yet still looking a little bit cartoony. The characters in the Star Fox remake just look too much like animals, but I am getting more used to it. I think Fox looks pretty good, Falco I think for the most part looks pretty good, Peppy looks good. Wolf I think looks cool. Pigma I don't really love, and then a lot of the Star Wolf just look too much like animals. Slippy, I feel like he's on the edge to where he just doesn't look as goofy as he does in the originals, and I really did like that about him because it played into his character. But I don't love the bottom half of them. I liked it when it was more I'll say human legs, because Falco especially, his bird legs just don't look right to me, even though it may be more of how a bird should look. Overall, not the biggest complaint, you're not even watching the characters too much. Some of the stuff I am excited for is going to be that prequel, intro thing we saw with James McCloud and how he was betrayed. I think that could be a really interesting way to flesh out the story. Maybe something where he plays them. I think that could be cool, even though the gameplay would be the same. You just see Fox with sunglasses on. I think there's a lot you can add here, and it kind of makes me wish that this game was just like a prequel where you play as James McCloud. And overall, I think we could get some more like story moments between the missions, which I think is cool. It's just good to see another Star Fox game. I love the gameplay of these games, and I'd love to see the series get more games. They don't necessarily need to be on foot like the GameCube games. I still want like linear on-rail shooters that are fun to play. Like, give me another Sin and Punishment game. I think that would be so cool. Or in fact, give me another Kid Icarus game like Kid Icarus Uprising. I'm making a video about that game, and it's so good that I need more of it. But yeah, for now, I just hope that this Star Fox game does well, and that it's fun to play, because I want another Star Fox game. I don't want to just boot up my 3DS every time I want to play my favorite. I love for this new game to be my favorite in the series. But that's just waiting to be seen. I hope it does add some more stuff to make this game really stand out from what's being remade from. Let me know what your thoughts are. Are you excited for the Star Fox game? Do you like the new designs? Do you wish it was more different? And with that, I hope you enjoy the video, have a good day, and goodbye.
Good luck.